Kiss outdoors. It's Saturday the 10th of February. See, it's still a nice summer's day. We're about to go on the cruise on the Willsons Peninsula, Wanderers Adventures. I've just had three ginger tablets for seasickness. We'll see how I go. Not expecting much result of that, but I'll do have some Kit Kats and mint lollies just in case. All right, see you out there. Okay, we got to the beach. The boats are amphibious, so they got wheels and they just drive into the ocean. And we're gonna have some fun. The skipper's already promised to hit every friggin' pothole he can find on the ocean, so I'm gonna be seasick. All right guys, see you in there.
And welcome aboard. My name is Chris, that is Kishan. The boat we're on today is Skull Rock, purpose built for where we go and what we do. Does it pretty darn well. Alright, now a couple of things about being on Skull Rock with us today. Make sure we stay comfortable, make sure we stay happy, we have a good run. Just pretty much the priority here is looking after you guys. That's my job. Alright, the best way I can look after you guys is through communication. You talk to me, I'll talk to you. Anything throughout the day, you start feeling a little bit funny, or perhaps it's been a rough week, you're feeling fragile, you need a hug, you stick up a hand, you let us know, alright? We'll come over, we'll sort you out. Exactly. If you start feeling a little bit green around the gills, maybe the tummy's feeling a bit uncomfortable, put a hand up. Your Shen will come up the boat, little pat on the shoulder there, reminds you there's still 2 hours left, alright? You'll feel better, he's a nice guy. No, we'll stand up, we'll move down the back for a while, alright? But the hot tip is prevention, all right? Take the hood off, heaps of air through the front of the jacket, run your body temperature as cold as you can. It's a great way to stay comfortable on the water. Today, I don't think staying cold is going to be a problem, all right? I reckon it's going to be the easiest part. Now, seat belts, all right? You'll notice every seat has a seat belt on it, and looking around, everybody's already put them on, so that's fantastic. Now, I love the initiative, but there's a plot twist. Take your seatbelts off. We become a boat, that's when we get you to buckle up, all right? Really easy way to remember it, I find, is when Chris says buckle up, buckle up. When Chris says unbuckle, unbuckle. All right, easy as that. Now, with the seatbelts, the theory is, the idea, and it's not just a theory, it's been in practice for the last 13 years, and it works, is your bum to be glued to that chair, all right? Those seatbelts aren't designed to stop you from sliding out, that's not why we have them. This boat travels at speed. As it does, it goes up and down. If you separate from the boat, you'll come down and find 10-ton of boat right beneath your tailbone. All right, it's not comfortable. You buckle up nice and firm, let the boat do the work for you. That's what looks after your neck, that's what looks after your back, what looks after my career, all right? So buckle up for me. We get to watch the other boat. Now, if they time it wrong, just like we could have, they could put a wave over the front of their boat. If that happens, It is our responsibility as co-workers and teammates
To laugh.
to, yeah, absolutely take the mickey out of them. Absolutely, cheers. Hold up your scorecards. All right, first one, home safe. That's dull, isn't it?
Oh.
Oh. A good thing too, just an observation that I've found, team, is when we're out here on the water, the coastline that we explore is absolutely massive. The photos do struggle to do it justice. By having another boat in the foreground of some of your imagery, you get a good sense of scale, it gives you a sense of perspective. So keep your eyes out for the other boats as we travel around, because if they get wet, we can laugh at it, or worst case scenario, you get an awesome photo.
Seagull Bay. Now this one here is Seagull Bay because it's home to white-bellied seagulls. Now what we're looking for when we're trying to look for these guys up in the trees is mainly a dead branch or a dead tree and a big white pearly crest sitting on that tree. They look like a big white milk jug sitting up in the trees. Now to your left here you've got Cascade Creek in the falls. And there was a big weather event in 2011 where the prom had 300 mils of rain in 24 hours. That was gushing out of there all over the top, so it wasn't just drizzling out. Now that weather event in the prom in 2011, that washed away that Derby River Bridge that you came in on. It washed everything out of the caravan park out the front, and it was the biggest sea and land evacuation in Australian history. So that bridge took about 6 months to rebuild, and that's when people could come in and finally retrieve their stuff or what was left of it. Now when we're looking at the bottom of the rock there, can we all see that one? Yeah. All see that? Now that nest has been there for almost over 50 years. The reason it's standing for so long and lasted so long is because of that circular shape. That circular shape pretty much cuts the wind, and the wind just runs right around it. That's being built all throughout the year continuously with 2 waves. Oh, I don't know about that. Over there to the right, that island, that one's Water Island. And when we have the annual deer culling, we actually had a deer swim all the way over there. And the deer was over there destroying some of those plants. So we had to have a deer cull in our helicopter and go get that one. But for a deer to swim all the way over there is pretty courageous, considering this part is pretty sharky. Now we actually do have people kayaking through here all the way down to Tasmania. So island hopping all the way down. The furthest islands apart is 60 k's. But even then, that's a long way. There's also people that jet ski for a little bit too long and they've been warm, and they're first sticking straight up. When they're dark black, it means they've come just out of the water or are in the water. There's a little pup over there to the right. There's actually 2 over there. That one's about 4 months old. Let's go up this second layer of fur. Now these guys have 2 layers of fur with air trappings on them to keep them extra warm. And these pups aren't born yet knowing how to swim. So after about 4 months, 5 months, they'll learn how to swim. Mums will grab them and just chuck them in so they have to learn for themselves. Now as I was saying, when they're full black that colour there, it means they've just come out of the water. And their fur is slicked back like a slipstream. Now these big bulls will get up to about 350, 400 kilograms. And the females can go anywhere from 300 kilograms to 250 kilograms. Now these islands here, home to all the females and the pups. And when it's not breeding season, the bulls will live in it.
Colony of fur seals over here. Stuff up on those rocks and fur seals as well.
water sledgehammers and all those pups coming out of the swim. You can see them coming out there. This way's pretty
There's about 5 or 6 of them. The one in the middle, I don't know if you can see that, is absolutely huge. I brought the seal researchers out here early last week, and they were showing me some photos and telling me some stories. They're actually on the island at the moment. I saw them up there yesterday. But that guy's got himself a bit of a reputation because when he turned up to breed this season, they estimated he weighed between 360 to 380 kilos. And his harem of females at the start of the breeding season, 24. When you look at the papers, the average seal has a harem of 8. An absolute boss. If he ever turns around, we're only looking at his bum here, but if he turns around, it's like a big round ball of fluff with a face drawn on it. He's just, yeah, he's a big orb. He's absolutely hilarious. But as Kishan said, this is Canowna Island, one of the second largest breeding colonies of Australian fur seals in the country.
This is a really big one. It's almost lucky it didn't get any bigger. Now this one here is Skull Rock, or more formerly known as Cleft Island. That's called Cleft Island. If you go back there, there's a little cleft in the rock.
I saw your phone come up and I was like, oh!
Now it is said that you can fit the sail of the Sydney Opera House inside of this guy. And the wings of a jumbo jet in there. So it's about 130 metres long, 100 metres high and 60 metres deep. There's only ever been 9 recorded people to have stepped foot in Skull Rock's cave. That's less than there has been on the moon. Now the first 2 guys to do it were a duo of rock climbers. On a super calm day, they got dropped off on the side of the rock. They climbed all the way to the top. They set up an abseiling rig and abseiled right down the middle. As you can see, there's a bit of overhang up there. So when they came down, they had to swing themselves in. When they got in, they had to anchor their hook line down so it didn't swing off. And then they had to climb all the way straight back up. Pretty courageous. The second or fourth guy, a guy named Neil Oliver. He's on YouTube and he's a researcher. He got helicoptered on top there. He abseiled down the side. When he was inside, he found remnants of a cannonball. Said to be from the 1800s of when the Portuguese came past here. Yeah, pretty amazing stuff. Homes of peregrine falcons. That black smudge up the top there. To the left, you'll see a little white smudge. That's the nest of peregrine falcons. Now, peregrine falcons are the fastest animal on the planet, reaching speeds of nearly 400 k's an hour. What they do is they tuck their head and their wings in after being up super high and dive down like a bullet. When they see a bird, they'll let their talons out and their feet, and they'll almost knock it out with their feet. Sometimes killing it. Also Dan Serenade, the Cape Barren geese on here, and there's a skink found on here that can only be found on this island. Trapped here millions and millions of years ago. Now, as I said, granite was about 70,000 years. So you can see a theory of how it became like this is that when the magma was rising from the front, there was an air bubble and it set that air bubble. You can see that all this granite and rock, what the water is and what it's like underneath. So this flat surface here will drop straight down. But if you go there, that gradual will drop down like that. So that's how you can determine what the water's like underneath.
Thanks, Sam.
There's a pleasure. There's a pleasure.
Thanks,
Love
guys.
those for today. Good fun.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, guys. Take it easy going down the stairs there. And then, of course, those of us that require the buggy to go up, just hang 10 or just jump in the buggy.